you already know who is this. I am Carlos, the Colombian guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. Y'all know, beside the updates, beside the news, I also like to bring topics that I can give my humble opinion about. And in this case, I'm going to speak about the recent viral video that is going out on social media, especially on TikTok, talking about three Americans, women, Black American girls, they almost got kidnapped in Cartagena, Colombia. Let's speak about this, and I'm going to give my humble opinion about all of this, so let's jump in the video.
The fact that I'm laying right here, right now in my bed is so surreal to me. You know why? Because I survived a kidnap attempt with my friends in Cartagena, Colombia. Excuse my lashes, y'all. I keep crying. Like, this is something that is so traumatizing to me. And I just decided to share my story because I know so many people who travel and you never would think that it would be you. This is going to be a simplified version. I already told the full story on my Instagram, but I just wanted to share it on TikTok as well. So this should just be a shorter version. So me and my friends met up with a mutual friend that just so happened to be in Colombia. We decided to do a party bus tour. Once the party bus was over, they did leave with their private driver because they had a meal to go eat with their private chef. And we was just like, okay, well, we're going to go grab some food because the food at our resort was nasty. So we ended up going to Palenque. Now, this is not like a random area. Tourists go here all the time. When I tell y'all, it's kind of like, I want to say like a Bourbon Street. I don't know if y'all ever been to New Orleans, but it's basically like a strip. Like, it's a lot of people out there. There's vendors. Like, it was a public place. So we ate. I had me a little hookah. My phone did get stolen, so I'm going to include as much pictures as I can, but I really don't have anything to show y'all. So once it was time to go, there's taxis, like, all over the place, like, you know, to take you home. If you go to Cartagena, Colombia, do not trust the yellow taxis whatsoever. The first taxi we went to was trying to charge us $50, and we was like, no, we don't want the $50. After that, we went with the second taxi, and it's crazy because he charged us $50 too, but we was just like, at that point, it was like, okay, honestly, if we keep trying, they're all going to charge us $50. We just wanted to get home. Our hotel was about 30 minutes from where we were at in the city. So we was just like, okay, forget it. We're going to go ahead and take it. So we told him where we were going, and he said, okay, he never put in his GPS. We just took that as this is his city. I know my way around my city without a GPS, so that's why we didn't think anything of it. Come back for part 2.
It's a lot of drama right now in Cartagena, Colombia, with the video that is being posted about three American girls. They almost got kidnapped, unfortunately, in Cartagena, Colombia. Well, kidnapped, because I'm going to speak about all of that, fellas. First of all, I'm going to go step by step, and I'm just going to post a video about what the girls, she's been saying on social media. And like I said, I'm going to give my humble opinion as a Colombian that I am. And I'm the person who kind of speak about that because I live here in Cartagena and I kind of know, how things work out in Cartagena, Colombia. First of all, I would like to say that all the travelers, and this is the advice that I've been giving to all my clients, travelers, that sometimes they reach out for me for information. I told them all the time, please do your own research. That way, when you come to Cartagena, Colombia, you won't see like you are losing the city, and you won't get lost in the city, because Cartagena is a city that, kind of like everything is fast. Even a lot of people like to relax because that's kind of Colombian culture. Everything is kind of fast, and everybody's trying to hurry up, get some money, and like with all these things behind, bad things can come to you also. I always like to say, hey, make sure you find the right place, where to send some money, how to move around, the best transportation, how to move around, so you won't, like I said, you won't be lost in the city. This girl, she say a lot of things on the video. It's actually 5 videos, but I actually just gonna post one because those videos all together were like 12 minutes, and probably this can get this video to get boring a little bit. First of all, fellas, make sure, I would like to clarify also some things that she said. Again, I will never know about what they experience, because like their experience is not the experience that everybody got when they come to Cartagena. But you gotta be careful in this city. First of all, Ubers are illegal in the country. That's true. Ubers are illegal in the whole country. Everywhere you go in Colombia, Ubers, we suffer more because not with the with the passengers and stuff like that. The passengers will never suffer. Well, we won't suffer in Uber. The only ones that suffer, with the platform being illegals are the drivers. The drivers are the ones, that always get bothered all the time with the police, all of that. But you, as a passenger, you will never get bothered by the police because at the end of the day, you don't know. You're just jumping in a service, you get in the service, and you don't know if it's illegal or no. But Uber is, that's what they say. Uber is illegal in Colombia. But sometimes, when you cross, I see this all the time in Cartagena. There is a lot of taxi drivers that they were taxi drivers before, and now they just are, in a regular car, and they doing Uber, in Driver, Didi, and all these platforms in Colombia. Basically, what the police say, all these platforms are illegals, but what I've been hearing is that by the drivers been telling me that the platform, pay taxes, all of that. So they just feeling some type of way because a lot of people, a lot of rich people in Cartagena, Medellin, and a lot of cities in Colombia, they own taxis. There is people that they have like 400 taxis, 100 taxis, 500 taxis in Colombia. Well, companies, that they have all these taxis. So for them, it's not good, to have Uber as a competition in the country, in the city, you know what I mean? Because Cartagena is a city that get a lot of money with tourism. There's a lot of money in the table. So what they like it is all the tourists to depends, on taxis, yellow taxis, and sometimes they've been tripping because they don't want to go to some areas in the city. So being having an Uber in the city is a blessing. Like I say, passengers, they would never get bothered. The ones that always stay the heat are the Uber drivers. Then drivers, drivers that work at the platform, all of them. But as a passenger, there is nothing for you to worry about. Meaning, when you come to Cartagena, you still can use Uber in the city, even if it's illegal, how they say. Like I say, as a passenger, you will never get bothered. Just always make sure like you get in the seat from the front, like next to the driver, and that you know the name of the driver. Me, myself, and majority of my friends, we're rather to use in driver. We don't really familiar with Uber, but sometimes I've been getting Uber too, and I will never get bothered. In my opinion, I'd rather more Ubers and in drivers than taxi because taxis they've been tripping all the time. This doesn't mean that all the taxi drivers, they bad people. How these girls, she's trying to say on the video that don't trust the taxi drivers because there is a lot of taxi drivers that they are great and amazing people. And sometimes, like girls like her, that she just trying to post her experience, on social media. And I respect that because all these type of case, they should be exposed. And, all the travelers, gonna get the buys, gonna receive the buys, and they're gonna get the warnings that they need also if they are planning to come to the city. So, like I said, it's never for you, it's nothing for you to worry about. You can, say get jumping you over, all of that. Again, the taxes, not all the taxes they bad people. I had lose a free iPhone 15. It was like 2 years. No, my bad. Like it was like the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I was with another person with a client, and we lose the phone. So the taxi driver he came back and brought the phone back. So not all the taxi drivers, they are bad, and like I say, like you can trust some of them. Some others, I always get the bias. If you're gonna get a taxi, make sure you ask the price first. Anywhere you're going, because they really overcharge a lot of people. Because if you are a tourist, the locals, if they know from here, they will always try to take advantage of you. That's everywhere you go. If they know from there and they see that they can make a couple extra dollars from you, now they beat him today. So people that trying to take advantage of you, they everywhere, not just in Cartagena. Like I say, basically what she said, I can tell she was the same paying $50 in a taxi here in Cartagena. It only means that you're gonna go outside of the city. Basically what she's saying, I can tell she was the same in a resort probably won't say the names of the resort because at the end of the day, they are not guilty of this. The resorts that I've been in Cartagena, Colombia, that I've been picking on my clients, they've been really nice. They have a lot of security over there. They offer a lot of great experience, great food, on my opinion. Like I said, I'm just speaking from my opinion. But the only thing is that they are outside of the city. So the road, you probably can get like scared a little bit because the road, is far. It's very far. The those hotels, in the city, they are far. They are like, and they are not even in the city. The ones that I know, like Dreams Carvana and all the resorts, they are like 30, 40 minutes from the city at night because they are not in the city. They are in a town named Manzanillo, which is when you go outside, to the north area in the city, you will find La Boquilla and then Manzanillo. So even those are, super close to the city, they are not part of the city. They are towns that are outside of the city. But for you to from then for you to get to the city, it's only like 10, 15 minutes. But from these girls, where they were hanging out, it's like 45 minutes to get there. With the traffic, if it's no traffic and then it's a crazy driver, you might get there in, I would say, probably 25 minutes, driving fast. But in the city, Cartagena is a super small city. So all this distance you would think is far. If you're talking with a local from here, they might tell you, oh, that's super far. These hotels, they're super far. So that's what I told, everybody that, like I say, everybody that is coming here, please do your research so you're gonna make sure where you're staying at, how far is the area from where you're heading, if they have restaurants, all of that. Make sure, like, here it has all the convenience that you need. But there is people, unfortunately, that they just jump in a plane and they don't even know where they're going. They just get a taxi, get a Uber or anything. They surprised with the prices they get them. But hey, this is far. You don't even know where you're heading to. You just book the hotel or somebody book it for you and you don't know even where you're going. You don't know nothing about Cartagena. That's the reason why, a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of people in the city, they get this type of experience. I'm not trying to blame the girl because, like I say, she's 100% right of posting this video because things like that you got exposed because you don't want all the tourists to suffer or to go through to what she been through already. So that's great to post about that. But like I say, there is a lot of people like they don't know what they're doing in Cartagena. They do, there is like people that gonna play with them vendors, they giving them the red flags and they don't see them. They don't see those red flags because, like I say, they don't know nothing about Colombia, nothing about Cartagena. Don't get me wrong. I know what Colombians, Cartagenians, they can do. That's what, like I say, I don't know about what she experienced because I know the people from here and they can do a lot of things. The one that are really hungry for money, they can do a lot of crazy things for money. I would like to clarify also that these girls, on my opinion, like I say, I can speak about this. My ID say born in Cartagena, Colombia, so I can speak for Colombians. The main thing that I would like to clarify is this wasn't a kidnap attempt. This wasn't. The girl can be saying that because a lot of foreigners, they had this mindset that they going to Colombia and they think like, oh, I might get kidnapped, all of that, because what they've been seeing in a lot of series and stuff like that. Colombia ain't like that. You have to come here and experience this by yourself. And this is going through, this is dedicated to all these people that they've been trashing, the city, the country, on social media. Why we never go there, stuff like that. But Colombia is a really beautiful, nice, and amazing country. But I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get this type of experience. Like this girl saying, "Oh, I was, they were gonna kidnap me." Trust me, if a Colombian, a professional Colombian was trying to do that to you, you wouldn't even feel that coming. I'm 100% sure about that. You wouldn't even be posting this video about they trying to. I mean, that's honestly, my opinion, what I've been seeing, I would say what I've been seeing in the who's and stuff like that. I would say that, like I say, that's probably could be like, it was like a small joke. That wasn't even like a real kidnap attempt. You know what I mean? Because kidnap attempt in Colombia, you can go to jail for a long time, for a long time. And these people, this driver, he wasn't even professional. But what happened is, I know the culture here, and I'm from the hood, and I've been saying this in a lot of my videos. So there is people in Cartagena, there is types in Cartagena. They are not even types. They just rob people as an opportunity. Let's put this example on the table. You going in a motorcycle, and then unfortunately, or for example, you're drunk in the street, you fall asleep. They go over there, search your package. If you're there for your wallet with money, I mean, it's a wrap. You lose. This is type of types, that they are not types 100%, because I mean, they only rob people when they see the opportunities. But this basic in what I've been hearing, about all this video, because I watched all the videos, what I could tell is like this driver, he's not 100% type. He's not professional. He's not professional, and he wasn't trying to, like kidnap them, like they say. Because like I said, if they were professionals, you wouldn't feel that coming. She also said that it was 3 motorcycles with him. I mean, they don't need all these type of people. They don't need that. But what happened is like they already realized, the driver realized that, the girls, they felt like he was gonna rob them. So he had two options. Well, no matter what he did at that moment, he was gonna go to prison if they caught him. So he was trying to, get the funds, get all of that, because no matter what he did, he was gonna go to prison if he was caught at the moment. So he was trying to do his best to get the funds and stuff like that. But basically, like I say, what I could tell, this guy, he wasn't professional. They won't be, that doing the, kidnapping everybody and the mama, because they don't know if you have money or not. I mean, this is, like I say, this is a mindset that a lot of foreigners have. They think if they go to Colombia, that's what's gonna happen to them. And they think like, I mean, there is a lot of foreigners that come here and they broke. They broke. That's a reality. They broke. So they won't risk just to be doing it to everybody and the mama. Oh, let's kidnap foreigners because they want it. I mean, that's not something that is gonna happen. Like I say, I like to clarify, because there is a lot of people, that they never been here in Colombia. They don't even know nothing about Colombia besides, of Netflix. They became Netflix warriors in this all this series. That's all they do know about Colombians. And I've been telling a lot of people that they know Colombians. I've been telling that a lot of those actors, they don't even are Colombians. When they speak Spanish, I mean, it sounds like they don't even sound like nobody from Colombia. A lot of these actors. So this is one of the things why a lot of Colombians, they get super upset, they get super mad when they got related with, like all these series that they've been doing like about Colombia. Colombia is more than that. So please, if you never been in my country, just be quiet. Just be quiet. This is a country like any country in the world. If you give them the opportunities of take advantage of you, they will. They will have no mercy on you, because they don't play games. They don't play games like that. A lot of people, they think like, oh, this gangster here is in Colombia, they've been playing with toys in the morning and stuff like that. They are sweet. No, they're not. They are not sweet with foreigners, and they are not sweet with locals. Anybody who can make a mistake in Colombia is gonna pay for it. It's gonna pay for it. And I'm not saying like, this is not the foreigners' fault. This is not the girl's fault. 100% not. 100% not. But please, if you gonna post, a video about this, just make sure what you're saying is right. Because this wasn't a kidnapping. Nobody can tell Colombians how to do bad things, because they're professionals on that. Everybody thinks that they've been doing in other countries. At first, it was being made. It was done here already. So you won't tell all these people how to do things. They're professional on that, and they will do the best, and you won't feel that coming. Again, this wasn't a kidnap attempt, and I feel sorry for what they've been going through, because at the end of the day, they're women, and they should be treated with respect. But I'm sure if it wasn't a guy in that taxi, this driver, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that because, like I say, he's not a type. He's not a type 100%. I'm sure about that. He's not a type. They just being robbing people as an opportunity. If they see the opportunity, oh, they will. Oh, three American women, heading outside of the city. The door is a dark road. They had iPhones. They had this. They had that. So he was like, I mean, let me just do that. Because this guy also make a lot of mistakes, and that was good that he made all this mistake because nobody should get robbed in this world. People work hard for their money. People, like they've been doing their best to get the things, so they shouldn't be losing it that easy. If you want something, just go outside, and work and get it for you. But like I say, a lot of people they don't understand. They haven't understand that even with doing good in Colombia with tourism, meaning, and in Cartagena also, there is still a lot of people that have a lot of problems like anybody in the world. So they see, you're flexing with gold chains and stuff like that. There is people like they even never have robbed somebody. But they think and they feel that's what a lot of gangsters are thinking in Colombia. A lot of bad people they've been thinking in Colombia that rob foreigners and take advantage of foreigners is so easy that they don't have to worry about. And I don't blame them for that, for think about that about foreigners, because that's what some foreigners have been showing. A minority of them they've been showing like it's easy to take advantage from them. I know that they don't have the time to be worrying about because they're on vacation, but you gotta make an effort. You gotta make an effort for you because otherwise this one chance things gonna ever be the same. And it's not just things that happen in Colombia. This can happen anywhere. This can happen anywhere in the world. But there is people like they will never get tired of throwing bad things in Colombian and in Colombians also. And like I said, I will ask you for a favor, and I hope you would feel some type of way about that. But please, if you never been in Colombia, you have no the rights to talk about my country. It's a favor. If you never, like been down here, you don't know nothing about this. That's a lack of respect. That's a lack of respect for all these people that they be, trashing my country, my city. Cartagena is one of the most safer place for foreigners. Listen, I've been talking with tourists that they've been in the hoods that they are more dangerous than mine. I'm like, man, what you doing over there? Now, if something happened to you, if you get robbed or if you get deleted over there in that hood, they're gonna blame the city and the country. But what were you doing over there? Oh, I'm trying to be humble. Humble is being humble and being stupid is two different things and they far away from each other. Don't try to put it closer because that's not what it is. That's a reality. So please take care of yourself, take care of your back. That way you won't be, like you won't be going through all of this. You know what I mean? Do your own research. Don't be listen to people that been here, but just reach out to somebody. You hire a tour guide or something, hire a driver. But don't come here you just book a flight. Oh, let's go to Cartagena. Oh man, let's go to Cartagena. Okay, just book a flight. You land and you don't know what to do. Since you put a food in your ground in Cartagena, Colombia, you are exposed to locals who take advantage of you. They take advantage of tourists at the airport. That's what I told my clients. Don't exchange your money at the airport because they give you the worst rate in the city, and people don't know that. They trust in the airport, but the airport is taking advantage of them already. As soon as you put your foot on the ground in Cartagena, Colombia, or in Colombia, you are exposed for the locals to take advantage of you. No matter how much it hurts to you to listen what I'm saying, but that's the truth. And it's your first time. So, you gotta get experience in that. But like I say, majority of the clients that I host, I told them everything. When you are with me, you're good. When you are not with me, make sure you have all this advice, clear to you. I'm not saying now you gotta hire me, stuff like that, because that's what some people gonna say. Oh, he just wanted to be hired, he just trying to make money. Ain't like that. Ain't like that, because I'm saying what it is. So like I say, for all these people like they don't even speak our language. And they feel like they have the right to be trashing Colombia on social media and on TikTok, saying all of that when they don't know nothing about this. They keep judging Colombia to what it was, and ain't like this. Ain't like this. We're doing better, and I think this is hurting some people in some countries that we're doing better. Even they don't see that. They don't see that. But I know, and Colombians know that in tourism we're doing better. We have problems like any country in the world, but some countries and some foreigners and some, like some people, they think that the country that they're living in is perfect. That this don't happen over there. It never happened. It's never gonna happen. But how this is a third world country, a lot of people, they just sit down, get the phone on social media, get the computer, get the tablet, and I said talking when they don't even travel. They travel from the cars to the bed. They never been outside of the country. And they the ones, that they've been dedicated to trash out. Please, when you come here, you have the right to talk. If you never been here, please be quiet. Please be quiet. So guys, like I say, I don't try to, dismiss what this girl is been saying, because that's the reality. That's what really happened to her. But what I'm trying to clarify is this wasn't a kidnapping. The reason why I say that is because a lot of people gonna get scared. I say, oh, they trying to, do that to foreigners in Cartagena when it's not. When it's not. So make sure you do your own research. You won't have to be going all through this. Uber. You can use Uber. You can use Driver. You can use even yellow taxis. For this thing, it doesn't mean like all the yellow taxis, they bad. They have a bad reputation and it's difficult to take off. But I mean, I know some good taxi drivers that I've been recommending also. So please, just let's concern about what we said, because sometimes a lot of people don't know how much this is hurting the city. And like I say, I'm not trying to defend Columbus, because you guys know that I like to speak the facts. I don't get the reason, to Colombians. If they have it, I will. But in this case, the taxi driver, he doesn't have the reason, and he's not right. But the girl is also not right for saying this was a kidnap attempt, because professional Colombians, you won't even think about they're gonna do this to you. People won't be losing time. I mean, they don't know if you have money or not. So just let's move on, fellas. And that was all about this video. I hope you guys liked this video. And like I said, I wanted to clarify that at the end of the day, I go with tourism. I love tourism. And all the tourists in Cartagena, they deserve to trade, they deserve to be treated way nicer, wonderful. But I'm also Colombian, and I had to give my own humble opinion about this, fellas. I hope you guys like my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you soon, guys, on the next video. This was Carlos, the Colombian guy.